This is the crossword game for the modern era. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 words you can now use in Scrabble. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the new words that Scrabble added to their dictionary in 2018 and also considering some of the new entries from 2014. Number 10. Bibimbap. Traditionally, foreign language words have not been permitted in Scrabble, though commonly used English words with a foreign origin have been allowed. So that means a word has to be popular enough for Scrabble to consider it part of the English language. Considering the rise in the Korean food trend, it may come as no surprise that bibimbap is now deemed permissible by the board game Brain Trust. As an 8-letter word, it'll be a tricky one to use, and unfortunately, it doesn't have any particularly high-scoring letters in it. It sure is tasty though. Number 9. Puggle. Designer dog breeds are ever-changing and evolving, but one mix that has become a mainstay is the Puggle. A mix between, you guessed it, a pug and a beagle. These short-nosed, wrinkly-faced doggos are real cuties. Puggles have been around since the 80s, but have really risen in popularity in the last 2 decades. And now, they're even represented in Scrabble. You can use your knowledge of this new allowance to use the word on its own, or nab a spot on the board by adding the GLE to an existing pug. Number 8. Emoji. For better or for worse, emojis have become a part of our cultural lexicon and are used on the daily by millions of people.
Oh, my colon!
In 2015, Oxford dictionaries even called the face with tears of joy emoji their word of the year, in a controversial move. Now, the originally Japanese word emoji is acceptable in Scrabble, and with that hard-to-use J, it could be a handy thing to pull out at the right moment. Similarly, the phone-related word selfie was added to the Scrabble dictionary in 2014. Number 7. Facepalm.
All right.
Another inextricable part of our modern society is the facepalm, a gesture signifying embarrassment or shame over having done something totally stupid, or witnessing someone else do so. There is some debate over when the word originated, with Macmillan Dictionary saying it was 2006 and others claiming it was earlier in 2001. The Oxford English Dictionary added it to their lexicon in 2011, and now it's permissible in Scrabble as of 2018. Another 8-letter word, it may be tricky to find a place for it, but if you manage, you'll rack up that 50-point bonus. Number 6. Bestie. According to the official Scrabble rules, certain types of words are not allowed, like standalone prefixes and suffixes, as well as abbreviations. So you'd think it would stand that a word like bestie, which is an abbreviation of sorts for best friend, would not be allowed.
Can you do that for me? Besties stick together.
As of 2018, however, the official Scrabble dictionary will include the word, likely because it's become a commonly used one in its own right and is no longer considered simply an abbreviation. And it's the perfect one to play if you're trouncing your own bestie, to add insult to injury. Number 5. Sriracha. Looking back, we're pretty sure that this is the condiment that will define the 2010s. These days, people put sriracha on pretty much everything, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a millennial home without it. So if the people at Scrabble are trying to appeal to the younger generation, then they're making a good bet by including the formerly Thai-only sriracha in their dictionary. Like some of the other words on this list, we're guessing this will be a tricky one to use because of its length, but considering it starts with an S, that makes things a little easier. Number 4. Listicle. In our wired and wireless, fast-paced modern age, the listicle reigns supreme when it comes to how we like to get our information. Heck, you're watching a video listicle right now. And hey, it's no surprise why. Listicles impart info in short, entertaining, and digestible bits, and have become a huge part of our culture. So it comes as no surprise that they're now being recognized by Scrabble. Since the word is mostly made up of common low-value letters, it should be a simple one to put together. Number 3. Ew. While old-time Scrabble purists may be tempted to say, well, ew, this extraordinarily common exclamation has finally made the cut.
Oh, it smells like puke.
And just think of how useful it can be as a word option.
Oh, jeez. I'll take a crab juice.
Peter Sokolowski, editor-at-large at the esteemed Merriam-Webster, weighed in with his take. Quote, "I think ew is interesting because it expresses something new about what we're seeing in language, which is to say that we are now incorporating more of what you might call transcribed speech." We totes agree.
Totally. Totes my goats. Cool.
Number 2. Twerk. If you want extra confirmation that Scrabble is not a stodgy game, here it is. In a clear ploy to engage potential players who are like under the age of 65, Scrabble has decided to add twerk and its derivatives to its dictionary as of 2018. Honestly, they're a bit late to the game on this one since people haven't really been buzzing about shaking the buttocks while squatting too much since approximately 2014. But hey, we can't expect them to be totally with the times.
Scrabble.
Twerk it, Hasbro. Number 1. Okay. Yes, Scrabble players, it's finally happened. This ubiquitous word is now good to go. Here's Merriam-Webster's Peter Sokolowski again. Quote, okay is something Scrabble players have been waiting for a long time. He goes on to call 2- and 3-letter words the lifeblood of the game. The 4-letter spelling OKAY was always considered, okay, but the 2-letter variant was verboten because its capitalization placed it in the category of an acronym. But now, the lowercase version is okay. Okay?
Okay, I got it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.